Okay, hi all. Good morning. Welcome to the SQL training course. Myself, Mohammed Tanveer Khan. I have around 15 years of experience in the IT industry, working on different data-related job profile. So this is the syllabus which will be covered in this training course. Okay, this will be covered in the training course. It will start from scratch. We assume that you don't know anything about SQL or any other programming language. Okay, so it will be from scratch till the advanced SQL. Like we'll be covering the basics and then different comparison operators, aggregate functions, different logical operators, constraints, clauses, joins, window functions. All these things will be covered, and then we have a set of conceptual questions which will also be discussed during this course because generally in interview questions are asked from this conceptual questions as well. Okay. The class timing will be 7 to 8:30 a.m. IST. And 1 minute. It will be, hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Khan.
Yes, it's visible.
So it will be Monday to Friday, 7 to 8:30 a.m. IST. Course duration will be approx 1 month. And after each and every class, we'll be sharing recording as well. And the recordings will be access will be for the next 2 years once your course is completed. And then assignments will also be shared after each and every class, the notes, whatever we'll be covering. This is purely a hands-on session. I mean, like, I don't have any PPT. I will give you theoretical knowledge. Everything will be practical. If I will pick a topic, so directly we will do the hands-on on it. Okay. And these are the target audience: data analyst, data engineer, business analyst, SQL or ETL developer, and ETL tester. Uh, these are the target audience who are preparing for this job profile and attend this course. Moreover, I think most of you know SQL is like bread and butter these days in the IT industry. You go for any job profile, SQL is required. That's why I'm telling it's a bread and butter. You have to be strong in SQL. Okay. And not theoretical knowledge. You should have the practical knowledge. From practical knowledge, I mean in the interview will give you a set of questions, business questions, and they will ask you to write SQL query for it. That's why the entire session has been kept purely hands-on. Okay. So this is about the class format. Now, do you have any question before I start? Any question?
No, Khan.
Okay. Oh, fine. Let's start. Okay, may I know what are your expectations from this SQL training course? Why you want to do this course? Feel free and please respond, interact. Tell me why you want to join this course. What are your expectations? No expectations. You're simply you are joining this course.
For me, Khan, it is to track business analyst, Khan.
Okay. Business analyst job profile. Oh, business
Yes.
analyst. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Any other thought, anyone?
Yeah, hi Khan, this is Pradeep here.
Yeah.
I'm trying my hands on as a data engineer. So I would
Mhm.
like to shift my career to data engineer. So I'm joining
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Perfect. Good. Anyone else? Any other expectation why you want to join this course?
So I want to get into data science actually.
Okay, good. For data science as well, SQL is a prerequisite. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine then. Let's start. But and the session is purely interactive. You have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. I will never tell you, okay, you have to ask question at the end of the session. No, whenever you feel that something is not clear, you stop me then and there and ask question. Okay, I strongly recommend everyone to ask question and make the session interactive. Never hesitate in asking question. Never think, yo, my question is simple. Okay, no, nothing. Whatever is coming in your mind, you have to ask. Okay. SQL stands for structured query language. Why it is known as a structured query language? Actually, we have three types of data. Okay, just wanted to confirm my voice is audible and the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Khan.
Yes, Khan.
Okay. So we have three types of data: structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Okay. Structured data means the data which has a proper format, a structure. Like suppose if I have an employee table, and if I have employee ID, employee name, salary, location, gender, there is a structure to it that is known as structured data. But other types of data like video, audio, image, any link, they are considered under the category of semi-structured or unstructured data. So SQL language works only for the structured data. That is why the name is a structured query language. Now, those who are very new to the world of IT industry, you might be thinking, "Okay, why I should learn SQL? Why it is in that much demand in the IT industry these days?" See, the reason is most of the business, they are data oriented, which means they have a lot of transactional data, right? And the owners, the business stakeholders, if they have to understand how the business is performing, so they have to gather those information from the data only, right? Like take this example. If I'm considering my academy example as an owner, founder, I would be interested in knowing how many courses we have in our academy, who are the trainers, from which batch, how many revenue we are earning, how much we are paying in taxes, how much we are paying in license, in which batch the revenue was more, in which batch the revenue is less, right? I need all this information, and accordingly, we make some business strategy, correct? So, similarly, for any such business, okay, the owners they want to understand how the business is performing, and for that, they have to understand their business transactional data. From data only, they can get an idea to how the business is performing, where the revenue is increasing, where the revenue is decreasing, in which department or location revenue is maximum, right? And then they can make some good business decisions or they can create some new business strategies so that the revenue can further increase, right? And SQL is a language through which you can play with the data. If I'm telling play with the data, it means you can store data, you can extract the information what you want from the data. Okay. That is why SQL is that much important because currently in the IT industry, most of the projects are based on data only. That is why you will hear that most of the job profile, data analyst, data engineer, data science, everything is based on data only. Got it? So it means you should be able to store data, manipulate data, transform data. You should be able to create reports based on data. And for that, you should know SQL because SQL is the language through which you can do all those things: storing data, saving data, transforming data, extracting reports, okay, and from there, gaining business insights. Okay, that's why SQL is very much important. You search Naukri.com or LinkedIn, go for any job profile. In prerequisite, you will find SQL. So the next 1 month, I will request everyone, okay, I need full dedication from you because actually there is no scope to compromise with SQL. Okay, even in interview, more than 50% questions are asked from SQL only. Okay, so that's why you have to be strong in SQL. Strong in SQL, I mean you should be able to write complex queries. I'm not talking about the theoretical stuff. Okay, interviewers generally they don't ask theoretical questions in SQL. Directly they will give you a business problem and you have to write SQL queries. This is clear, right? So let's start it. For any business operation, this is the first task. The first task is to store the data, right? Like suppose you people have joined my course, although it's a demo session today. So once the list of participants are finalized, then we store your data, like your full name, your email ID, your contact details, your location, gender, all those things. We store it. Okay. So for any business transaction, the first priority is to store data, right? As for example, when you are shopping on Amazon or Flipkart, and when you order something, so what happens? When you will go to the orders section, you can find a list of items or products, whatever you have ordered, right? I think you all have experienced this. The moment you order something, you will go to the orders section, you will check whether it is getting reflected there or not. Or sometime when you want to repeat the same order, especially it happens when you order some departmental items, right? So you'll go to the orders section and you will reorder. It means whenever you're ordering something from Amazon or Flipkart, your details are getting saved in the database, right? And only it is getting reflected in the orders section now. Or the other example, like when you're doing banking transactions, either credit or debit, like each and every transaction is getting stored in the database, right? So that's why for any business, the first priority is to store the data. Okay. So that's what I will show you how to store the data first of all, and then we will see okay, how we can extract the data as per the business requirement. Okay. Any questions so far? I think it's all clear. Now the
This
question is, yeah, okay, good. Now the question is, okay, fine. Then we have to store the data. But where? See, if you are, suppose I'm right now working in Delhi and my official location changed to Bangalore. So my first priority will be to search a house. Correct now? To search for a house or flat. That will be my first priority. Because if I have to shift to Bangalore, first of all, I have to find a place where I can live, I can stay, I can keep my luggage, right? So similarly, when you want to store data, first of all, you have to create a table. Now, what is a table? Table is an object in the world of database where you store data. If I have to explain in a very simple or layman terms, I can tell you a table is similar to house. You want to stay, you need a house. If you want to store data, you need a table. Now, is this clear? What's the table? In the world of database, table is an object where you can store data. Is that clear? Okay. Now, when I'm talking about database, we have different databases like Oracle, SQL Developer. Number two, Microsoft SQL Server. Then you have Nitiza. Then you have Teradata, MySQL, Postgres, Snowflake. These are the some of the famous database we have. Now, generally the participants or the students, they get confused here. See, in a very simple terms, I will try to explain you what is this. We have different car manufacturing company, right? Tata, Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, BMW, Mercedes, right? We have many such examples who are manufacturing cars, but the internal working will be almost same. Whether you are buying a car from Tata company or you're buying a car from Maruti or BMW, the internal working of engine is almost same, right? The dashboard will be little bit different. I agree. The dashboard will be different, but the internal working will be more or less same. Got it?
Uh,
Similarly, yeah, Pradeep.
Sorry to interrupt you, Khan. Like as you're
Mhm.
telling that all the query that we are going to give the as a prompt would be same, right? In all these things.
I'm coming to that, but right, you're right. I'm coming to that. So similarly, these are the different databases by different vendors. Like this is by Oracle. This Microsoft SQL Server, also known as SSMS, is by Microsoft. Netiza is by separate vendor. Snowflake is by separate vendor. These are the different vendors, so the companies which have their databases in the market. Okay, but the SQL language, which I will be teaching you, it's applicable on all the databases. Generally, I'll be teaching you on Microsoft SQL Server and Oracle. During my training course, I'll be using these two databases. But don't get confused. Oh my God, Tanvir, in my project, I'm working on Postgres. Tanvir, I'm working on a Snowflake. But you are teaching on Microsoft SQL Server. So how I will work in my project, Tanvir? Don't worry about it. It's like if you know how to ride a car manufactured by Tata, will you not be able to drive a car by Maruti or any other company? Right? You can drive it easily. Correct? So if you know how to write a SQL query on Microsoft SQL Server, you can write the same query on Oracle, on Nitizen, on Teradata, or any of those databases. So make it clear that you write SQL queries on Microsoft or Oracle or any other database. You can practice on any database. You have full freedom. Don't get confused with this. Is this point clear? Okay. Approx 1% syntax difference will be there. Hardly 1% or less than that, 0.5%. Okay, that I will explain you. Don't worry about it. So as of now, just you have to understand all these databases are same. You can practice SQL query on any database. But in this training course, I will be writing queries on Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle SQL Developer. These two we will be using in this course. But again, I'm repeating, you can practice on any database. You have full freedom because I have worked actually in all these databases which I have written here. In my current project, I'm working on a Snowflake. So whatever queries I'll be giving you, you can practice anywhere. Okay. Now, second question. It's exactly like AI. You have one platform by OpenAI, ChatGPT, right? Then you have Copilot. Then you have DeepSeek. Then you have Gemini. They all are like AI platforms only. You can give prompts anywhere, correct? But maybe the internal work, internal structure or the architecture will be different. But the functionality is same only, correct? Now you will be thinking, okay, then how to download it? Like this is from the Microsoft. You could see a Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. This is from Microsoft and this is the free version. You can download it. I will share with you the link to how to download it. It's very simple. You can download it. Okay, after the class, I will share the link. And during the class, please don't make note of anything because everything will be shared with you. During the class, just listen to the lecture. Okay, because each and everything will be shared with you. Don't make a note of anything. So I will share you a link where you can easily, each and every step is mentioned how to download Microsoft SQL Server or how to download Oracle SQL Developer, anyone. If you have already downloaded, installed in your laptop, it's well and good. You don't have to download again. Okay. But the steps to download Oracle SQL Developer is little bit tedious. Microsoft SQL Server is very simple, but it's purely your call. You can download whatever you want. Okay. Hope this is clear. Any questions so far?
No, Khan.
All good. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, and while downloading, I will strongly recommend you have to follow each and every step which is mentioned in the recording, the link which I will share with you. It's a YouTube link on which I have uploaded the steps how to download it. Either you download Oracle SQL Developer or you download Microsoft SQL Server. But my recommendation would be to install Microsoft SQL Server because the steps are simple. Oracle SQL Developer is a very complicated step. And if you miss any step and if the installation is getting failed, I will not be there to help you because the installation process is purely governed by the company, the vendors. We don't have any control on it. We can't do anything. So just I'm alarming you, be careful while downloading. Then you might be having question, okay, Tanvir, I am working on my official laptop given by my company. They will not allow me to download it, right? Okay. In that case, what you have to do, let me show you this. In that case, what you can do, you open this Oracle Live SQL, this one. Oracle Live SQL. What you have to type? Oracle Live SQL. Okay. Someone has messaged the link is not working. Oh, sorry, the link is working. Everyone has joined. Okay. So in Google, you have to type Oracle Live SQL. You will get this page. Okay. Then click on this Live SQL Classic. Okay. And then start coding. Then it will ask your username and then the password. If you have not created account, you have to click on create account. When you click on create account, it will ask some simple questions like your email address. You can set a password here. You have to retype your password. You have to give your name. Job title, if you don't want to give, write NA. Work phone, write NA. Company name, NA. Address, NA. City, you can write city and state, whatever you have. Then a link will be shared on your registered Gmail ID, and then you will be able to create your account. And then you have to click on sign in. And then you can log in with your email ID and password. Is this a step clear? So for this, you don't have to download anything. Okay. Even if you are working on your official laptop, it will allow you. Okay. No need to download nothing. I will recommend in the beginning, you can do this. Okay. Go with this browser version. Just type Oracle Live SQL. And then you have to sign in with that, your user email ID and the password. Is that clear? Let me try again. Oracle Live SQL. Okay, you'll get this page. Click on sign in. Okay, so I've given my user ID and password. It has taken. Better to go to this return to Live SQL Classic. I like this appearance, but you can practice here as well. Is this clear? Step is clear. Any question here?
Nothing from my side.
This is for those participants who don't want to download. So just in Google, you have to type Oracle Live SQL, give your email ID and password, which you will set, and then you'll be able to log in. And then you can practice it. Don't have to download anything. Okay. Fine. So my recommendation would be to go for this. Session has ended. Okay. Anyway, so then you can log into this. Now, if you're getting repeatedly this type of message, close the entire browser and open again. Now I will show you how to create a table. Why we need table? To store data, right? We need table to store data. If you have to create table, you have to write create table. When you write create table, the SQL engine will understand you want to create a table. And then you have to give the name of the table. The name of a table can be anything. It's purely your wish. Like when you construct a house, you can give any name to that house, right? Ramesh house, Mohan villa, or any other thing. You can give name, right? Similarly, when you are creating table, you can give any name to it. Let's say I'm creating a table with the name customer. I will write customer. So the SQL engine will understand here Tanvir wants to create a table with the name customer. This is clear. Okay. Now, when you're creating a customer table, so let's say example of ordering, like when you place an order in Amazon or Flipkart, you will get a customer ID. In short, I'm writing as a cust ID. Then there will be a customer name, then product, what you have ordered, what is the price of it, and let's say your location. Okay. Suppose customer ID is one. Customer name, let's say Gitanjali. Product, let's say Gitanjali has ordered laptop. The price is 50,000. Yeah. Gitanjali, you are from which location?
Sir, Jaipur.
Jaipur. Jaipur. Good. Jaipur. Okay. Then next customer. Next customer is Rishabh. Suppose Rishabh has ordered mobile. Let's say for 20,000. Rishabh, you are from which location? We have Rishabh. Rishabh, you are on mute if you're speaking. Okay. Let's say Rishabh is from Delhi. Then customer ID 3. 3 is Suchitra. Suchitra has ordered purse for 1500. Suchitra, you are from which location? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Voice is not audible. My voice is audible to you, to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, audible.
Maybe Suchitra voice is not audible. Anyway, let's say Suchitra is from Chennai. Okay. Yes, I'm taking first of all this three records example. So this is how when you place order, your details are saved at the backend in the database, whether it is Amazon, Flipkart, or any other banking transactions, whatever transaction you do, it is getting saved in the database. Okay. And currently, like most of the projects in the IT industry is based on data only. And that is why you have this job profiles, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, right? Because you have to play with data. You should know how to store data, how to extract the information as per your client requirement, right? So as for example, just consider these three records, which I want to save in my customer table. And if someone asks what's the table, you have to tell table is an object where you can store data. So here in this Microsoft SQL Server, I have written create table customer, which means I'm telling to the SQL engine, okay, I want to create a table with the name customer. Got it? Then the engine will ask me, okay, what all columns you have in this customer table. So what is the name of table here? Customer. Now, these are known as columns. These are known as columns, like cust ID, cust name, product price, location. These are known as columns. They are also known as fields, also known as attributes. So in few projects, you will see they'll be calling this as attributes, fields, or column. They all mean the same, but mostly we call them as columns or fields. So in this customer table, how many columns I have? 5 columns, right? But there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. In a table, when you are creating, you can have 5 columns, 10 columns, 100 columns, or even you can create a table with a single column. That is also allowed. There is no restriction. It purely depends on your project requirement. Accordingly, you have to create a table. Okay. Now, these are known as rows. This is first row. This is second row. This is third row. So they are known as rows, also known as records. This is first record, second record, third record, or you can also call them as rows. So in this customer table, how many rows we have as of now? 3 rows or 3 records. Got it? But is there any restriction on the number of rows or records in a table? No. There's no restriction on the number of rows in a table. You can create a table with only 1 row. You can create a table with 100 million rows. That is also allowed. So there is no restriction on the number of records which you want to save in a table. There is no restriction on the number of columns in a table, and it purely depends on your project requirement. Can you imagine the number of records which is getting saved in the Amazon database on a daily basis? Millions of transactions are happening, right? In the Amazon database on a daily basis, correct? You all agree, right? So actually, it's a very interesting world, the world of database. It's very interesting. So millions of transactions are getting stored. Now the question is, then how to create the table first? So you have to write create table customer. It means you want to create a customer table. And then here, you have to mention the columns. I have these columns, right? So you have to give a bracket and then you have to mention the columns. Hope this is clear. These columns must be separated by comma. These columns are like when you want to construct a house, you will tell to the architect, no, okay, how many bedrooms you want, right? And other configurations. This is exactly same. We are mentioning here the columns which I want in this customer table. Cost ID is one column, cost name is another column, product is another column, price and location. We have to mention these columns within bracket. So the SQL engine will understand, yo, Tanvir wants to create a table customer and he wants these columns in this table. So far, is this clear to everyone?
Clear, Tanvir.
Okay. Please feel free and ask question if something is not clear. Don't hesitate in asking questions. Okay. Now, after that, you have to mention the data type. Now, what is the meaning of data type? Suppose I'm organizing a party. Okay. And in that party, all my guests are invited for lunch as well. Okay. So it's not like I can make arrangements like non-veg for everyone. No, right? Maybe few of my guests will prefer veg only, right? And few will be there who will prefer only non-veg, correct? So which means I have to understand the taste of my guest, and accordingly I have to make the arrangements, right? In the similar way, when you create a table and you mention the columns, you have to tell to the SQL engine that what type of data you are going to store in these columns. When I tell type of data, I mean like the first column is cust ID, that is customer ID. So in this customer ID, what type of data are you storing? Numbers, right? So in a column, if you're storing numbers like cust ID, you're storing numbers, price, you're storing numbers. So you have to tell here to the SQL engine, okay, I want to store number. Or you can write int as well, integer. Int means integer. You can write anything, either int or number. From that, the SQL engine will understand, oh, in this column, Tanvir will store only numbers or integers. Is this point clear? Similarly, in price column, you have to mention int, because in this price as well, I'll be storing numbers or integers. So all such columns where you will be storing numbers or integers, you have to write int. Is this point clear?
Yes.
Okay. And this is one such data type. And it is mandatory. If you will not mention the data type, it will throw error message, which I will show you. Then the columns like cust name, product, location, where you're storing some English alphabets or words. It may be name, place, animal name, product name, customer name, gender, anything which has English alphabets. There you have to mention the data type as varchar. Varchar means variable character. So in cust name, you have to mention varchar. Product, you have to mention varchar. Location, you have to mention varchar. So from this, the SQL engine will understand, oh, in these columns like cust name, product, and location, the user wants to store some English alphabets. And then you have to mention size as well, like 50. You can give any number, 50, 60, 100, 10, anything. If I'm writing 50, it means I'm telling maximum 50 characters will be stored here. So generally, I prefer writing 50. But you can write 100 as well, or you can write 40 as well. But just you have to take care that the data which you are storing, which should not exceed this 50. Like suppose custom name is 50, and I have someone whose name has more than 50 characters, then it will not be saved. Okay. So I hope it is clear so far to everyone.
Mohan, I have a question in that. Like, so
Hmm.
if that character is more than 50, that particular data itself will not get saved, or only up to that
Uh,
number 50 length, those data will be get saved. Like, or completed name itself will not get saved in this scenario.
Both the scenarios are possible, which depends on the database. Like suppose I will give you one example. In custom name, I have marked 10. I will show you those examples, don't worry. Suppose
Okay.
I have given custom name varchar 10. It means In this custom name column, that is customer name column, it will accept only 10 characters maximum, not more than that. Okay. Now suppose I'm storing in that my name, Tanveer Khan. How many characters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A space will also be considered. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has 12 characters, but here you mention only 10. Now, two scenarios are possible, and both happened in the different databases, which I will show you. In one scenario, what it will do, it will reject the entire Tanveer and it will not be loaded. It will throw error. Second scenario, till 10 characters, it will reach, and whatever is there, it will display. So it will store till here. So this is known as truncation of data. Data will be truncated at the end. That is why whenever you are mentioning the size, you have to be very careful. And in project, this will be given by your solution architect. They will tell you what should be the size. And in some project, the client also gives you all these details. Is this clear?
Yes, clear.
I will show you that example. Okay, then it will be more clear. But so far, whatever I covered, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, Khan.
Yes,
So
Khan.
far, I just taught you we need a table to store data. So I'm just showing you how to create a table. This is the syntax to create a table. You have to write create table, then the table name. Table name can be anything. It is purely your wish. Even you can write your name. Create table Aman. It will create a table with the name Aman. It's allowed. But in projects, your project manager or the lead or the client or the solution architect, they will tell you the name. That table name you have to create. And generally, all these things are mentioned in FRD, functional requirement document, or also you have mapping sheet where each and everything will be mentioned. So as for this example, I have created a table with the name customer. These are the columns. It's mandatory to mention the columns. I have a column cust ID, cust name, product, price, and location. And then you have to mention the data type against each and every column. That is mandatory. If I have written cust ID int, which means in this cust ID column, I want to store numbers. In front of cust name, I have written varchar. It means I want to store alphabets. Similarly, for each and every column, it's mandatory to mention the corresponding data type. I'm not telling you we have only these two data type, integer and varchar. We have other data type as well, like char, float, timestamp, date, big int, blob, many others are there, which we'll discuss down the line. So as of now, just understand we have these two data types. Yeah, Pradeep, you have a question? You have raised your hand.
Yeah. Can we include with the numbers? Can we include a special character?
If you want a special character, that will come under varchar, which I will show you. But the
Okay.
answer is, if you want to have a special characters or the alphanumeric, like
Mhm.
PAN card number. PAN card number is alphanumeric, correct?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
passport number is alphanumeric. So when you want to
Mhm.
store alphanumeric, it means numbers and alphabets both. Then you have to use varchar.
Okay.
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 Any other question, anyone? Okay. Then you have to put a semicolon at the end and then select it. Can you see this execute button here? Click on it. And this will be executed. Here at the bottom, can you see some message here? Commands completed successfully. It means this command has been completed successfully. It means the SQL engine has created a table with the name customer in the database. Got it? Now, table has been created. If you want to cross verify, no, Tanvir, I want to verify where this table has been created, right? Suppose you're asking me, no, Tanvir, show this where the table has been created. So if you want to verify whether the table has been created, you have a command known as sp_help. Then mention the table name, give a semicolon, select it, click on the execute button. Now, you are getting a lot of information. Don't get confused with it. Just look at this data. Column name, you have cust ID, cust name, product, price, and location. So you created this table with these columns that is getting displayed here. And type means this is the data type. Ignore all these things. Maybe we'll discuss at a later point of time. Which means this customer table along with these columns has been created in the database. I hope it is clear. Now, you have created the table. What next? Now you want to store data, right? So how to store data? When you want to store data, you have to write insert into. Where you want to store data? In which table? Customer. So you have to give the complete address. Insert into customer. So from this, the SQL engine will understand, yo, Tanvir wants to store some data into this customer table. This clear? Then you have to write the values, what values you want to store. This is the first record. Copy this. Within brackets, paste it here. These values has to be separated by comma. It's mandatory. These are the rules which you have to follow. If you will not follow, it will throw error. And I will show you those examples as well. Second important point. This has to be in same sequence. From sequence, I mean, when you created this customer table, you kept customer ID first. So here the first value should be of customer ID, which is 1. You cannot tell here, no, I will keep Gitanjali first. That is the customer name and then the customer ID 1. This is not allowed. You have to strictly follow this sequence. If you have mentioned customer ID first, the first one should be customer ID 1. Customer name Gitanjali. Product is laptop, then you have to write laptop. Then price 50,000, location Jaipur. Second important point. All the values which are of varchar, I mean which has alphabets, it has to be within inverted quotes. It is mandatory. Like Gitanjali, it has to be in inverted quotes. Laptop, this has to be in inverted quotes. Jaipur, this has to be in inverted quotes. It is mandatory. Numbers should not be in inverted quotes. Like 1, it should not be in inverted quotes. 50,000, it should not be in inverted quotes. But the one which has alphabets, it is mandatory. They have to be in inverted quotes. If you not give inverted quotes, they will throw error. And when the engine throws error, it means you're not following the rules of SQL. Then only it will throw error. It's like when you get challan, you're riding a bike or car. If you're not following the traffic rules and regulations, they will issue a challan. Same thing happens in SQL. If you're not following the protocols, the rules and regulations, it will throw it. Then you give semicolon, select it, click on this execute button. Now see, one row affected. One row affected means one record has been saved in this customer table. Is this clear so far? Are you able to understand? Is it making sense?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Khan.
Okay, am I going too fast or too slow, or is it okay? You want me to increase the pace, or is it fine? Or decrease the pace?
I think it's fine, Khan.
Fine. Okay. I hope it is fine for everyone. See, I know I am going
Yes,
from
Khan.
very
Yes.
scratch because we have participants from various backgrounds. Few of you will be working on this programming world for the first time. That is why I'm going from very scratch. Maybe if you know all those things, it might be boring for you, but I have to take care for each and everyone. That is why I'm going from scratch. So net, this record has been saved in this customer table. Now the question is, Tanvir, what is the proof? Can you show us that this record has been saved in the customer table? How we trust? So I will show you the data. Whenever you want to display or show the data in a table, you have to write select. And don't worry, okay, oh my God, lot of keywords are there, create, table, insert. I have to remember. No, you don't have to remember. At least these will be covered more than 200 or 300 times. So automatically you will learn it. No need to mug up or remember anything. Okay, everything is logical here. So whenever you want to display or show the data, you have to write select. Select means to display. The moment you will write select, the SQL engine will understand, oh, the user wants to display something. The user wants to show something. Then you have to write select the columns like cust ID, comma, cust name, comma, product, comma, price, comma, location. And then you have to write from which table. So it means you are telling to the SQL engine, please display cust ID column, cust name column, product column, price column, location column, which is present in the customer table. From means which is present in this customer table. That complete address you have to give. Now let me execute it. You're getting this data right? This is what we have saved, no? Is that clear?
Yes, Khan.
So this is the proof. Data has been saved successfully in the customer table. Okay. Similarly, if you want to store another data, let's say this one, same thing you have to repeat. But you don't have to create the table again. It has been created. That's all. No need to create it again. This task is over. Now you want another record. So again, write this, insert into customer values, give
Tanvir,
parentheses,
can you hear me?
bracket. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, please.
Uh, Help me here. Do we have any shortcut of getting the
We have,
data in one? Like we
we
have
have that
selected
is,
select from so and so, right? Like all the fields you have mentioned.
we have that is a star. We will discuss after some time. I'll come to that.
No.
That is a star. This one. Okay, we'll discuss it. I'll come to that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Then,
yeah, Tanvir, even I have a question, Pradeep here.
yeah, yes, please.
So instead of seeing the data table, instead of typing this select custody and all, we don't have any. Just going select customer, which can display the customer table.
Select customer, display the customer table. No. If you are thinking, "Okay, Tanvir, I have to write all these columns, okay, which is a
Yes.
tedious task. I will come to that actually. That will be discussed in the
Oh,
next,
okay,
just in another 2 to 3 minutes, we will discuss it.
okay,
Okay. And the answer is same which I have given to Ramesh. Okay, I'll
okay.
come to that.
And one more question.
Ah,
At a time, we can, if I want to install all the three tables, means insert into the customer values, and I have
that also you
to.
can do. That also you
Okay.
can. You're asking, I want to insert multiple records in one go. Is that allowed? That is your question?
Yes.
That also you can do. I will show that as well.
Okay.
We'll discuss. Good question, but yes, it is allowed. I will show you that. Okay. Now, suppose I have to insert the second record now. So same thing I will do. I will keep this in inverted quotes. Right? Suppose by mistake, I forgot the inverted quotes in Rishabh. I forgot it. Okay. I just want to check what will happen. See, I'm executing it. It has thrown error message, no? Right? And don't go with the message. Yo, Tanvir, message is something different. See, error message will vary. It is not necessary that the error message will exactly give you the details of the error. It's not necessary. And the same piece of code, if you will execute an Oracle, it will also throw error. But maybe the message will be different here. Like how when you operate the ATM machine, so you see the appearance is different for each and every bank, right? You will go for ICICI Bank ATM, SBI, PNB, HDFC. You see the appearance and the messages what the display is different, right? The same thing happens here as well. Okay. So this is the proof. If you're not keeping inverted quotes, it throws error message. Okay. So now I will keep it in inverted quotes. The same piece of code. Now I'm executing. And the shortcut to execute is F5. F5 is the shortcut. Now one row affected. So now we have inserted this record as well. Again, if you want to check, Tanvir, show me. Again, you execute this query. Now you're getting both the records. Gitanjali and Rishabh, both the records you have. Is this clear?
Yes.
I know a lot of questions will be there in your mind, but I'll make sure all will be answered. But I have to go in steps. So that is why it's taking time, but your questions will be answered. But whatever I covered so far, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, Khan.
Yes,
Can I
yes.
have a doubt? Like if we have multiple lines in that Excel, can we
Uh,
dump at a time all the lines without giving line by
uh,
line here?
That you can do. That you can do. Let me show you that.
Okay.
Just a minute. See. Uh, Now, two records I will insert at a time now. Okay. So you have to select both. Okay. You want to insert two records, three records, four records, five records, 10 records at a time. You have to select all of them and then click on execute. So now see, two times you're getting one row affected and one row affected. It means both these records has been saved in this customer table. If you want to verify, you execute this query, you're getting all the records. I hope it is
Sir,
clear
true.
now. Hmm.
Sir, true.
Yes,
Yeah,
Khan.
it's clear. But I had a slightly different question. So let's suppose we have like hundreds of rows of data, and we have to basically put them inside the customer table. So
Hmm.
if I do it line by line, like for example, copy
Will
pasting
take a
it
lot of
from
time.
Excel, it will take a lot of
Hmm.
time putting commas, putting
Hmm.
inverted
Hmm.
commas as well. Then
Hmm.
putting brackets. All of them will be very manual in
Hmm.
nature. Is there any shortcut,
Good
sir?
question. Good question. Let's take the example of Amazon database. You can ask this question again, Tanvir, in Amazon, daily millions of transactions are happening. So, Tanvir, do you think on a daily basis they are doing this activity and they're saving that in the table? No, that doesn't happen. Actually, when you will work as a data engineer, what happens? All your data will be in an Excel sheet, maybe in an Excel or CSV or different formats. Multiple formats are there. And then we will write a Python and as well as SQL code. What that code will do, it will pick this file, it will search for the data, it will extract from here, and it will directly load it in the customer table. You don't have to do all this drama. That is known as data loader. Okay.
Okay,
So in
okay,
project, we do that. We write scripts in Python or SQL, and directly we will do it. We have that in SQL Server as well. Okay, so if time permits, that is not in our syllabus. If time permits, I will show you. You can write a piece of code. It will go to that file. It will extract data, and it will load into a table directly. You don't have to do all those things. Then you will be thinking, okay, then why you're teaching this? Actually, what happens sometime when you're doing analysis, and you have to do analysis on some few records, then you should know this as well. You should not only trust on that process. This is manual, but you should know this process as well. That is why I'm showing you this. Is that clear?
So those, yes, sir.
Hmm.
So those input files can be JSON also, JSON files, or only
Any.
Excel or CSV?
Oh, it can be any file.
Okay,
CSV, .dat, XLS, XML, JSON, any format.
okay, sir.
It can be any
Thank you.
format. There's no restriction. It can be an API call as well. Anything.
Okay,
It will
okay, okay,
extract data and it will load. That comes under the data engineering course. But anyway, in your batch, I will show you that. Okay.
okay,
I will show you
okay.
that, okay, how
Thank you.
you can do it. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Tanvir,
Any other
I have
question?
one more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like right now we are executing line by line, right? Like insert into
Mhm.
customer values, and we are writing one, two, three in different lines, right? In a single line,
Right.
we can't insert all these four table lines, rows?
That also you can do. But that format is not accepted in most of the databases. Okay.
Okay. We have to
So
write
my
line by line.
recommendation, line by line, you write it. One thing you can do, you select all these things and
And
you click
execute.
on the execute, all will be executed once. But see, one thing, never interviewer will ask you this question. 100% guarantee I'm giving you. Neither
Okay.
you have to do this because the assignments which I will give, no, all these things will
Okay.
be there. Okay, it will be ready made. Let me show you that. Let me show you that. I will see. These are the assignments which will be shared with you. Let me open this. Any one assignment I'm showing on that. See, if I'm asked, if you have to solve this question, so see, I will give this ready-made script. You don't have to create it. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
For all this, every assignments, no, you'll be having that. See here, create table insert. It will be there. You don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Okay. No,
Huh.
I'm asking like,
But
is there
huh.
option like we
Option
can
is there.
insert this?
Option is there that you can do. That you can do. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question, anyone? Is it clear so far?
Tanvir,
Tell me.
just correct me. Uh, can you open that SQL?
Oh, 1 minute here. Just a minute. I want to show you
Yeah.
something that which just a minute. See, this is that code. Okay, I know, and as of now, you might be thinking a little bit horrible, but this is that code which will directly pick the file and it can load data. Maybe we'll discuss at a later point of time. I don't want to confuse you. So see, here I'm mentioning the file path in D drive in latest folder. In this folder, I have this file. From this file, read the file, extract it, and load it. Okay, we'll discuss it at later point. Yeah, you are asking about the SQL. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, here you have selected entire table, right? Uh, is it possible to get
Entire
only
column.
particular data? Like example, say we have field
Coming
one
to that.
Gitanjali. I just
Coming
want
to that now.
that data.
I'm coming to that now.
Okay.
Now, so far we have learned how to create a table, how to insert data, and how to display. Now, here the question is, with Tanvir, do we have to manually write all these columns? Suppose I'm working in a project and in a table I have 100 columns. Tanvir, do we have manually write all the columns? No. There's a shortcut to it. You can write select a star from customer. When you will write this star asterisk, it means you are telling to the SQL engine can display all the columns, whatever you have in the customer table. So this is a short. You don't have to manually write each and every column. Now execute it. You're getting all the data, all the columns, right? So this is a shortcut for it. If
But
your question, hold on, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I know your question, just 1 minute. Let me complete first. But if your question is, no, Tanvir, my client is asking to show only customer name and product, then what you can do, you can write select customer name, comma, product from customer. So from this, the engine will understand, user wants to display only customer name and product, not all the columns. Then it will display only customer name and product. So select is your playground. You can do whatever you want. You display whatever you want. Now suppose the client is asking you, show me customer name, product, and price as well. Then give comma and write price. Now it will show customer name, product, and price. So whatever columns you want to display, you write in select. that will be displayed. If you want to display all the columns, then you write a star. You can also change the sequence here. While displaying, you can change the sequence, it is allowed. Like suppose the client is telling, okay, no, show me the price first, then customer name and then product. Then what you will do? Take this price, keep this price first, then customer name, then product. Now engine will understand, okay, oh, user is telling me to display price first, then customer name and then product. Now check it. You're getting price first, then customer name and then product. That is why I told you select is your playground. You do whatever you want here. You want to display all the columns, you write a star. You want to display limited columns, you mention those column names. You want to change the sequence, you can change the sequence. All these things you can do in select. Now please go ahead. You're asking question. Valika, I think you asked me. Or any
The
other
same,
question anyone?
the same, Tanvi.
Okay, no? Okay.
Thank you.
Any other? No problem. Any other question anyone?
Tanvir, I just want the
Hmm.
data of first record or second record. Is it possible?
No. That comes under filtering the data. So we'll come to that. We'll discuss now. But before that, whatever I covered so far, do you have any question anyone from this? Whatever I covered so far, till here, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Clear, clear,
No
Tanvi.
questions. All clear. Good. So now finally we have learned how to save the data in a table. Now, suppose the client is asking, will show me the records of, let's say, Gitanjali only. Okay. Client is asking, show me the details of Gitanjali, like what she ordered, what was the price, her location, and all those things. So client is not interested in the data of all the customers. They want the details of Gitanjali only, which means we have to apply filter. I think filter is a very common word these days. When you buy something on Amazon, you apply filter. Suppose you have to buy a mobile. You will apply filter, no? Which brand you want, what is your price range, display, RAM. And accordingly, it will filter and it will show you the data. So similarly, we have the concept of applying filter in SQL as well. How to apply filter? You take this query, select a star from customer. And whenever you have to apply filter, we have this where keyword. When you will use where keyword, the SQL engine will understand, oh, user wants to filter the data. Okay. Select is used to display the data. From means from which table you want. Where means to filter the data. Now, can you tell me on which column should I apply filter? Customer ID, customer name, product, price, or location. Where should I apply filter?
ID would be better, so it will be unique.
But suppose we don't know the ID of customer name. Client just told me, "Hey, Tanvir, I want the details of Gitanjali." Suppose I don't know the customer ID of it.
Then
We have to
name
apply
only.
filter on name, right?
Yeah.
I will write customer name equals to Gitanjali. From this, the SQL engine will understand, oh, Tanvir wants to apply filter on the customer name column, and he needs the details of this customer, Gitanjali. Now see, I'm executing this query. Are you getting the details of Gitanjali only?
Yes.
Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. So it is possible with IDs also, right? I mean, the
Yeah,
customer
yeah,
IDs
yeah, yeah.
also, unique IDs.
You can apply filter on any column. Well, we will discuss all those things. but you can apply
Just
filter
a
on any
confusion there
column.
if we have multiple
Hmm.
names on the same list. So just want to filter with the IDs. That's it.
Then you can filter with ID. You're right. Maybe it is
Hmm.
possible we have multiple Gitanjali. Then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can apply filter where cust ID equals to one. That is also allowed. You're right.
Yes, yes. Got it.
Okay.
Thank
Hmm. So we have applied filter and we got the details of Gitanjali. Now the question is, just a minute. This is our customer table. Now the question is how the data is fetched at the backend. Okay. School delete करते how the data is fetched at the backend. Actually, that is what you have to learn in this course. Like when I executed this query, in fraction of second, I got this on. But actually, what is happening when you're executing a query at the backend? What is happening? How the engine is executing your query and fetching the data. That is what you have to learn in this course. It's not like I executed this query, you got this output over. No, you have to understand at the back end what is happening. Okay. See, when I execute this query or any query, any SQL query, engine will first of all check the syntax. Okay. Syntax means it will check, are you following the rules and regulations of SQL or not? As for example, same query, if I'm writing like this, see, the query is exactly same. I just change the sequence. First I have written from, then I have written select, right? But here first I have written select, then I have written from. So check the output of this query. It is throwing error message. It is telling incorrect sentence. This is what I want to explain to you. When you execute any SQL query at the backend, the engine will first of all check, are you following the rules and regulations of SQL or not? Here you have violated the rule. You have written from first, then select. But as per the rule, you have to write select first and then from. As a result, it has thrown error message. Is this clear? This is known as syntax check. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes, Khan.
Then next, these things are not visible to you, but SQL engine does it at the backend. Then second check. Second check is known as semantics check. What is this semantics check? See, I will write here, uh, see, Tomor, I have written. Do we have the table with this name? No, right? The correct name is MER, which we have created, but by mistake, I've written MOR. Now see, I'm executing it. Okay, what is your thought? What will be the output if I will execute it? What do you think?
it will show us no data, but no data.
See, no data is different. Error message is different. When engine will execute it, it will not find this table at all because the table name is MER, customer. So this will throw error, invalid object customer. So this is known as semantics check. It means the table name which you have mentioned, it should be the correct one. If you will give the wrong table name, incorrect spelling, or if the table does not exist, it will throw error. This is known as semantics check. Is that clear? So when you execute any SQL query, these checks are performed at the backend first of all. Now, suppose when you're executing this query, so in this query, syntax is also correct, semantics is also correct. It means you have this table, you have this column. Now, then what engine will do, that we have to understand. Then we have the concept of SQL order of execution. This is known as SQL order of execution. In SQL order of execution, what happens? The engine will start with from first. Okay. So in this query, if syntax is correct, if semantics is correct, then first of all, SQL engine will execute the from keyword. You might be thinking, okay, why, Tanvir, we have started with select, then why from first? Because this is the SQL order of execution. SQL executes your query in this order. But you have to write in this order. While writing query, you have to write select first. This is known as the user order of execution, or user have to write query. So SQL will first of all execute from customer. It means it will take a copy of the customer table from the database and it will keep it in the temporary memory. So engine will check this customer table and it will keep it in the temporary memory. So from is over. Then you have join, but we don't have join in this query, so ignore it. Then you have where. When the engine will see where, it will understand, oh, I have to apply filter. Engine has this intelligence. So where you have to apply filter, where custom name. So engine will understand, oh, I have to apply filter on this custom name column. Then what you have to filter? Gitanjali. So it means we have to search for Gitanjali in this custom name column. Then engine will search this Gitanjali one by one in this custom. It will start with the first record. Is this Gitanjali? Yes. So this record will be selected. But engine will not stop here. You are searching for Gitanjali, you found it here, but the engine will not stop here. It will keep on searching. It will go to the next record. Is this Gitanjali? No, this is Rishabh. So this will be rejected. The next record. Is this Gitanjali? No, this is Suchit. Rejected. The next record. Rejected. This is how at the back end engine works. And then select will be executed at the last. What select means? To display. So you're telling here to display a star. What a star means? All the columns. The engine will copy all the columns along with the selected record. Only this record has been selected. So finally, this will be displayed at the output. That is what you're getting at the output. So this is how your engine works at the backend. Finally, I will stop here. We have crossed 2 minutes. So now the next class will be on Monday next week. It was a demo session today. And the timing will be 7 to 8:30 morning. Link will be shared in the group. Those who are interested to register, you can connect on my on WhatsApp. You can ping me, or you can also connect with me on this number. Now, and this recording will be uploaded in few hours. You can go to the recording. All this study materials will be shared with you after the class. Any question? Any question, anyone?
Nothing from my side.
No, clear, clear.
Okay, good. Fine then. I will stop here. Now we'll connect on Monday. The classes will be Monday to Friday morning 7 to 8:30 a.m. IST. I think you all are in the WhatsApp group. If you have any question, you can post your question there. Okay. So fine then, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the demo session today. So we'll connect on Monday. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
sir.
Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.